Well, hello and welcome to the Cosmic Echo Tarot Experience. It's a reading which connects historic cycles of frequency through your repeating tarot energy. You and your life are an echo of past energy, past frequencies. What we experience here now is not new. We are experiencing repeating ancient energetic frequencies, which have been repeating again and again for thousands of years, maybe even longer than that. We see them as new in this lifetime, but they're not new. Each life is an echo of the last time. So, using tarot as a tool, I locate the current frequency operating at the moment. I've done tarot for over 20 years, found out it didn't predict anything, at least not from my experience, but it is the science of potential. Your potential. Your potential to create your life, your matrix. It's your kryptonite. Okay? So I use the tarot as a tool, locate the current frequency. Once found, I then go to astrology, numerology, which I've done for over 50 years, and I help tell a story. That's really, really important. It's not simply a question of putting out tarot energy, tarot frequencies, showing them to you, and then walking away. From my point of view, that's irresponsible. It's like, okay, so here it is, you figure it out for yourself. This is a two-step process. I begin with 3 cards. 3 has some sort of sacred juju to it. I don't know what it is, but 3 is all over the place, all over the world. It's special. So what I do is begin with the 3 cards. Each card, by the way, has its own frequency, but I blend all 3 into one frequency, revealing your manifesting potential at the moment. Literally, you are matching the frequency of the universe with your own frequency in the 3 card spread that is taken to one card. I use astrology and historical images to follow up on that to help you imagine the essence of that energy. Like I said, it's not simply a question of taking 3 cards, shrinking the frequencies down to 1 and saying, oh, you're on your own. It's taking 3 into 1 and then saying, okay, let's look at the world around you and see examples of the energy. That's important because it helps you to connect, helps you to use this repeating tarot energy in the best way possible. Now, the information has to be simple, has to be clear, has to be powerful. I don't have time for fantasy, unicorns, rainbows, any kind of this woo-woo stuff, frequencies from outer space. This is the Matrix revealed in repeating cosmic cycles. So it's not simply happening once. Oh, yes, the frequency repeats. The circumstances may not be exactly the same. The people involved may not be exactly the same, but the energy, the frequency is, it's the matrix revealed, bringing ancient frequencies back into your life. Remember, it's about your choice. It's about your potential. That's what tarot's all about. It's our destination. Knowing the repetitive energetic patterns around you enables you to use these ancient frequencies again, but to your benefit. Think of it as kind of a roadmap. The tarot gives you the destination, and it's the astrology and the imagery that I use to help show you the way. Right? So the astrology imagery kind of paints a picture. The tarot energizes it. That's where you want to end up. So this unique package helps you activate your spiritual kryptonite, ride the cosmic wave to your best self, your best destiny. But again, remember, tarot is the science of potential. So it's up to you. Today's Cosmic Echo reading is all about one thing. And no amount of money can buy this one thing. I don't care how rich you are, you cannot buy this one thing. We're going to talk more about that and then about our value system because we are chasing the wrong stuff. It's the stuff that money can't buy that is really important. And that is what we are going to focus on in this reading. So we kind of lined this up a little bit. Let me just do kind of a quick review for you. Let's go to the cosmic cycles. We talked about tarot, it's the destination. The astrology numerology is the map to that destination. And astrology is a kind of alchemy, it's a cyclical nature. It's cycles repeating, 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 repeating. Literally, it's a case of what goes around comes around. It's understanding and knowing these cycles that gives us the pulse of our current matrix. It permits us to feel and focus on the power of the tarot. The combination of the astrology numerology along with the tarot gives us a deep power and more control over our destiny. And that's really, really essential because that's why it is your kryptonite, which is the reason why the deep state, the people who run the world, do not want you to manifest. They don't want you to use your kryptonite because it just makes you a pain in the ass for them to control. And that's the name of the game for them. We're going to talk more about this. I just want to quickly remind you I do have an email that you can contact me at. Feel free. Tao-tarot at proton.me. Tao-tarot at proton.me. You can say anything that you want, good, bad, indifferent. I just am reaching out, giving you an opportunity. I check it every day, every other day. Tao-tarot at proton.me. Alrighty. So we kind of set things up. Let's begin now with the astrology. We go to the astro hits, the power points. Woo, boo, woo, boo, boo. This is very, very important. As I'm doing this, we are having a super moon. In fact, it is the superest, I don't know if there's such a word, superest moon of the year. The moon is closer now than it's going to be in some time. The closest it's been in a while. It's right on top of us. If you have clear skies, you should be able to check it out. It'll be nice. We know, of course, that the moon, for whatever reason, exerts an influence on human beings. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good. And you've probably felt the energy over the last week or so as this thing has kind of built up, because I believe the super moon is in Sagittarius. So it's big stuff. It's philosophical. It's taking a look at what you believe and why you believe it. And added to that super moon now, we have Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, unfortunately, even Mercury all going retrograde this month. What that means is when you have those planets all going retrograde, and especially the pain in the ass Mercury, this is not a month to really be active in a typical sense. In other words, you will find that you make plans, that you set out on a certain course, and then you have to change your plans. Probably won't pick up on that until December, maybe even the first of the new year, and you're going to feel the pressure. Anytime you got a planet retrograde, especially a Mercury or a Venus or Mars, my God, you are just compulsive. You're compulsive to the point of insanity. I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to do it. I got it. And as soon as the planet goes direct, especially the Mercury, the Venus, the Mars, you go, what the hell was I thinking? Well, you weren't. You weren't. So November is a time to look inward. November is a time to re-examine, to reevaluate. This is a very important month. Being November, it's an 11 month, which is a master number, but it boils down to a 2. You have to make a major decision. This is the month to say, hey, wait a minute. I am sensing something is way off. I've put it off, but I can't do that anymore. And you shouldn't. 2026 will begin a very, very difficult period. The deep state is starting to make its final move, and it's going to It's going to take off all the rules, all the limits. They're going for broke. They want to control us. And so, this idea of a digital ID, they're going to push like hell because that's the one little part in their jigsaw puzzle that they need to complete the picture. Digital ID is a huge mistake, but they're going to throw other stuff at us as well. That's why November, you use the 11-2 energy and you say, stop. Got all these retrogrades. 11-2 is the numerology. The energy is saying, stop. Study. Make a decision. You're going to have to change or at least adjust your course. So this is a month to check, recheck, and check again. This is all a preparation for 2026. The game is on. The deep state's coming after us. Digital ID is their final destination. They get that, it is all over. So be ready. And be ready to be surprised. That's why this month is so important. Freedom versus tyranny. That's what it's all going to boil down to. So let's move on and see what we do have from here. So let's begin with the existential point. Wow, a lot of information on this page. Upper left, Muammar Gaddafi. It has now been established that Hillary Clinton was involved in his assassination. It was a brutal assassination. If you don't know the details, I'm not going to run through it. But the problem with Muammar Gaddafi was he wanted to make Africa strong. He wanted to make sure they had their own gold currency, in essence, their own economy, free of the World Bank. Well, Rothschilds have killed plenty of people who have gotten in the way of their World Bank idea. Gaddafi was no different. He wasn't a bad guy. He was doing tremendous work for the people of Libya, for the continent of Africa, and after they literally assassinated him and ripped him apart, literally, we see that Libya today is in wreck and ruin. Not the case with Muammar Gaddafi. By the way, Saddam Hussein, same thing. He wanted to establish some sort of economic system there in the Middle East with Iran, Turkey, and others. And of course, again, the World Bank said, no, you don't. And so we always paint them as the bad guys. And I've gotten to the point now where when the common idea is that this person was horrendous, I know that was likely not right. Muammar Gaddafi was just an example. Right below that, we say you weren't crazy. You weren't making things up. You weren't selfish. You weren't killing people. You weren't hurting others. You weren't lying. Again, the world bankers, the people who run it, set everything up. And in fact, what we're doing right now, the elections in New York, the problems with transgender, every kind of difficulty that we're facing is set up by the bankers to distract you and me from the nasty shit that they're pulling. They're lying. They are focusing on the digital ID. That's the last piece of the puzzle that they need to control us. And so they have to keep us busy with silly shit. Up in the upper right, RFK blasts the World Economic Forum as a billionaire cartel, passing as saviors while their global system is hoarding the wealth, erasing freedoms. I got to give RFK, it's the best thing that's come out of the Trump administration. I voted for Trump because I thought that was the only real option. Turns out that everything that he said while running for office is a lie. He's done nothing for the middle class, nothing for the poor, but he's given away billions to Ukraine, to Israel, to South America, wherever. Basically, he's giving it to the war machine. And RFK stands up like a candle in a dark room. God bless him. At the bottom, a little bit of humor there. The three kings, if you're familiar with the story, the Christ child and all of that. First king was holding gold. He said there was no pandemic. The second holding incense or common sense. Climate change is a hoax. And the final king said men can't get pregnant. I mean, these are the issues that they're throwing up so that people will be irritated with each other, angry, fighting like hell. When it really doesn't matter. They want you to be preoccupied with this stuff so that they can do their mischief. And that is not a good thing, that is for sure. How about if we move to picture perfect? How about that, huh? Speak about the bad guys. We got them here. Over on the left and the bottom. Oh, boy. The dynamic duo, Fauci and Gates. Latest information says billions of people injected with a DNA contaminated product containing all kinds of different biological sequences makes it 100 times more toxic, according to Dr. Kevin McKernan. More and more scientists are coming out and really letting it down. We got sold a bill of goods. And the worst part is with this stuff injected, now it's running free in our blood. And there is some strong evidence to indicate that once they go from 5G to the 6G signals, it's going to activate this stuff. Graphene oxide is what it's called. And they've seen under microscopes where graphene oxide starts to assemble. Well, that's what's happening in the bodies of everybody who got those shots. And speaking of shots, a major clinical study reveals that ventilators killed more COVID patients than the virus. That was prescribed by the doctors in hospitals. You wonder why I don't trust doctors, hospitals, insurance, medical insurance. I don't trust any of them. I will not go to a doctor, regular doctor, for the rest of my life. I don't give a damn if I die, I die. I'm 75 years old. What the hell difference does it make? Feel sorry for the people who are 20, 30, 40, 50. Man, they got stuff to climb through. Oh, by the way, too, while we're talking about hospitals, they have quietly reclassified vaccines as biogenics, allowing injections without your consent. We don't need your stinking consent. They did this, by the way, with the definition of the word vaccine. They just make up this shit. They pull it out of their ass, and people put up with it. I just don't get it. And the final story here on the left side, Dr. Simone Gold says the American Academy of Pediatricians are saying that breastfeeding is natural and dangerous. You can't say that. Breastfeeding is not the way God intended. No, they will determine. These people who kill people on ventilators, these people who reclassify vaccines as biogenics. No, we're gonna tell you what natural child feeding is, and it's not sucking on a woman's breast. Oh, it's been done that way for millions of years. That doesn't make any difference. It's they got the answer. They know what's best, and you just better shut up and put up with it. That's the deal. Let's go to the naked history. Here on the left, so after bankrupting American farmers, Trump returned China's tariffs to where they were before he took office. See, this is what I'm saying about the Trump thing. I believed it. I wanted to believe it, and I now have no use for the man. If we could throw him out of office yesterday, I would have done it. I don't know who the hell would put in his place. I got a couple of people. Marjorie Taylor Greene would be one. Thomas Massey would be one. Rand Paul might be another. Josh Hawley. Even maybe Ro Khanna. But Donald Trump? Nah. I got schnookered. I made a mistake. I'll fess up. Oh, and while we're talking about money bankrupting America and all that kind of stuff, how about Social Security? You know, they for years have been saying, oh, man, it's bankrupt. Oh, it's terrible. Money's running out. No, it was never running out. Congress stole. They took the money out, wrote an IOU, which means BFD. They're not going to pay it back. Never had any intention. They wanted to take it away from you the day that you got it. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, when he pushed Social Security, his rich friends attempted to get him out of office. A coup. Didn't work, thankfully. They were pissed at him. Ooh, so mad. For the rest of his life, his rich friends would only refer to him as that man. And the final note here, Walmart keeps wages low so workers qualify for SNAP and Medicaid. And then Walmart takes tax credits for it. By the way, these are the same workers who spend their checks back at Walmart feeding the same machine that underpays them. It's not a business model. It's capitalism, which was usury till about 1700. Adam Smith changed the name, kind of gave it an upgrade to capitalism. Capitalism is based on selfishness, greed, and insecurity. It has never worked. And the people who tell you it does are the ones who are benefiting from it. Capitalism leads to fascism, which is government controlled by business, which leads to Marxism, which is just about where we are right now. The only thing that's an alternative is socialism. And socialism has done a lot of things, but people spit that word out like they know what the hell they're talking about. And I can tell you right away, most of them don't have a clue. They're bots, they're robots. They don't think for themselves. They simply spit out garbage. Capitalism kills every single time. Take a look at what it's done to our economy. In fact, 2 worst days in America. Well, we'll make it 3. Civil War, where we lost our innocence. 1913, where we lost our economy. And 1991, or you can move that up to 9/11, when we lost our freedom, our Constitution. All of that was done under capitalism. So think, yes, yes. So let's go to the tarot for today. We got the 3 cards, 10 of Wands. Wands brings enthusiasm, positivity, energy. 10 of Wands says, enough is enough. I've played the game. I'm putting the wands down. I'm not gonna carry your burden anymore because I understand that you're lying to me. You're taking advantage of me. You're never going to tell me. You're never going to make it different. But I am ending the game. Next card up is the Temperance card. Thoughtful, balanced. That's what's going to happen when you get to the point, and I think a lot of people are very close when they're going, enough is enough. I don't know where the hell I'm going next. I don't know what's going to support us next. It's a leap of faith, kind of. But whatever we get, I want it to be thoughtful, balanced, and fair. Doesn't mean everybody's going to be rich. Doesn't mean everybody's going to be good looking. It doesn't mean everybody's going to have the same thing. It means you will have the potential. Like, for example, our freeway system here in America, our national parks, our state parks, fire, police. Ideally, these are socialistics. They're there for everybody to use. They're available. You don't have to, but they're available. Final card is the Page of Wands. We're going back to Wands, the positivity, enthusiasm, and that's pages change this storyline. So if you take the time to look at what the hell you're doing, why you're doing it, try to work out something that is more thoughtful, more fair, more balanced, you're going to see a gift come. Optimism. Optimism. No amount of money can buy what you're really looking for. That is peace. You can't buy peace. And this is the best step. Enough is enough. Be thoughtful, fair, and balanced. Let the optimism start to seep in. When it does, you have won the game in spite of them. Isn't that amazing? Time's up. Please like and subscribe. Very, very important. The shenanigans are behind the scenes now on the internet. They are eliminating algorithms so that they don't have to take down your site. They don't have to take down your information. It just disappears. So please like and subscribe. Between now and the next time you and I get together to do tarot of any kind, peace and blessings.